WWE fan opens up about backstage interaction with Uncle Howdy. Fans jealous of Rhea Ripley's relationship with 25-year-old star, The Rock buying WWE. Vince McMahon was plotting revenge during his retirement. Triple H breaks corporate barriers. Roman Reigns breaks top WWE superstar's massive record. Plans for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39 hated. Let's jump right into it. Fans jealous of Rhea Ripley's relationship with 25-year-old star. WWE announcer Corey Graves shared his thoughts on Rhea Ripley's relationship with Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley played an instrumental role in recruiting Dominic Mysterio into the Judgment Day. The duo has shared an extremely close on-screen relationship ever since. The pair even invaded Rey Mysterio's home on multiple occasions, with the last attempt at Christmas, which got the 25-year-old getting arrested. Speaking on the After the Bell podcast, Corey Graves highlighted that Rhea Ripley's association with Dominic helps the latter in getting over as a heel. The WWE announcer added that he has experienced a similar situation due to his relationship with Carmella. Let's be honest, WWE Universe, a lot of them have a crush on Rhea. She's a very attractive person to too many different people. So the fact that she comes out flaunting her relationship, whatever the details may be, with Dominic Mysterio, there are so many guys around the globe that are going, God, you kidding me? She's with him. I've experienced it to a much lesser extent because of who my wife is. People see me and go, what's in Corey Graves? He's an announcer. It makes people mad. It's just an inherent thing, and I love it. Corey also noted that Dominic Mysterio has played the jail storyline particularly well. Dominic has played it and exploited it perfectly. I love the evolution. I love how it was overnight. There was no slow burn to him circling the bowl and then going down the drain. It was, I spent a few hours in lockup. Now I'm a legitimate thug. I love it. It is so much fun to me. While the Bloodline may be the most dominant faction in WWE today, the group met its match on Raw this week as they came face to face with the Judgment Day. The segment also featured a face-off between Rhea Ripley and Solo Sikoa after the latter tried to intimidate Dominic Mysterio. The confrontation was broken off by Mustafa Ali, who attacked Solo from behind. The two factions will get a chance to settle their differences inside the squared circle next week as Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio challenge the Usos for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Roman Reigns will also be present on the 30th anniversary of the Red Brand for an acknowledgement ceremony. Do you think the Judgment Day will win the Raw Tag Team Championships next week? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. The Usos and Solo Sikoa made an appearance on Raw earlier this week, where they opened the show. The undisputed tag team champions announced a massive segment featuring Roman Reigns and other Bloodline members for Raw 30 next week. However, the Judgment Day members took the opportunity to assert dominance by interrupting the SmackDown faction. During this segment, we saw ex-con Dom take a shot at Solo Sikoa. Dominic labeled Sikoa wannabe street champion and said he wasn't strong enough to survive a couple of hours inside prison. Sikoa stepped up to engage in a stare-down with Dominic, but Rhea Ripley promptly replaced the latter. The two factions eventually engaged in a brawl, but the incident involving Sikoa, Dominic, and Ripley started several conversations on social media. Sikoa recently took to his Instagram to share a video of Dominic insulting him on Raw and taunting the Judgment Day member for not backing his claims. All bark, no bite, wrote Sikoa. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley previously took to Twitter to warn Solo Sikoa against stepping up to Dominic. She asserted that she will always defend her Dom and does not feel intimidated by the Bloodline's enforcer. The Red Brand is gearing up to celebrate its 30th anniversary next Monday. WWE has made several big announcements for next week's Raw 30, including a championship match. The Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Dominic are set to challenge the Usos for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Recent backstage reports have suggested that WWE is planning to deunify the tag team gold. Thus, Priest and Dominic have a good chance of winning the titles and moving them back to Raw. The other title match of the night will see Bobby Lashley challenge Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Additionally, Becky Lynch and Bayley are set to lock horns in a steel cage match on the show. Vince McMahon was plotting revenge during his retirement. Veteran journalist Bill Apter thinks Vince McMahon was plotting revenge during his short-lived retirement from WWE. McMahon stepped down from the global juggernaut in June 2022 due to hush money allegations against him. Though many assumed this was the end of the 77-year-old in WWE, they proved to be fatally wrong. Vince McMahon is back in the promotion as its executive chairman and is as powerful as ever. On Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine hosted by Mac Davis, Bill Apter said McMahon had revenge on his mind during his retirement. Apter then went back to memory lane, recalling how Vince always looked for avenues for WWE to expand its business. I hate to say this, but his rest is plotting revenge. Really, that's him. I want to take the time machine back to what I have seen in him. I have known him since the late 70s when I used to see him backstage at the WWF president Willie Gilzenberg and Vince McMahon SR, his dad. You could always see him looking for angles. And I don't mean only wrestling angles. Business angles to do something, said Bill Apter. Bill Apter revealed that the 77-year-old wanted to conduct business differently than his father, Vince McMahon Sr. There was always this sense of, well, I like it this way. I know what my dad and Mr. Gilzenberg are thinking, but I'd like it this way. Furthermore, Apter disclosed that he could sense from the beginning that Vince McMahon didn't want WWE to remain just a territory. Bill Apter explained that no matter how big the promotion got, McMahon always believed it could get even bigger. And I think little by little, as I got to know him, I saw more and more this sensibility coming from him that we can't be small like this. We can't be a territory. We need to break out. We need to be bigger. I think in his mind, as big as the company is, it could be even bigger at this point, added Bill Apter. Though he remains a controversial name, it can't be denied that nobody has revolutionized wrestling the way McMahon has. What do you make of Bill Apter's thoughts on McMahon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Bill Apter thinks that if Vince McMahon ever chooses to sell WWE, The Rock and his company, $7 must be the ones to purchase the global juggernaut. When McMahon first made his intentions clear about wanting to return, it was to negotiate the upcoming media rights deal and a potential sale of WWE. Now that he's fully back as the company's executive chairman, the 77-year-old has been dealing with several potential buyers like Disney, Netflix, Fox, AEW, and more. On Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast hosted by Mac Davis, Bill Apter discussed the possibility of WWE being acquired. Apter added that The Rock and his $7 Productions need to purchase the company and keep Vince McMahon partially in control of things. The veteran journalist feels a partnership between the two entities could be absolutely magic. He needs to keep control. If he sells the company, somehow, he's going to remain partially in control. Maybe it'll be a partnership, and like I kept saying, and I wrote a column about the man who needs to do that is Dwayne Johnson and his $7 production. I think a partnership between that company and WWE would be magic. Abolutely magic, said Bill Apter. In a recent chat with CNBC, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson discussed Vince McMahon's return and his intention to sell WWE in the near future. The Great One pointed out his family's long association with the global juggernaut, as apart from him, both his father and grandfather have also competed for the promotion. Though The Rock didn't discuss his interest in possibly buying the company, he did wish Vince the best in whatever direction he wanted to head in. It's a brand that I've been fortunate enough to have tremendous success in over the decades, and also, for your viewers here in the business world who may not know, the lineage goes way back, multi-generational with the WWE. My grandfather wrestled for Vince McMahon Sr. in the 70s. My dad wrestled for Vince McMahon in the 80s, and then I came along with my bad haircut and fanny pack and I continued to wrestle for Vince too, so we've seen tremendous success over the years. I think it's a very attractive company. I'm excited and I wish Vince and that company all the best, said The Rock. Johnson is rumored to return to the company for a blockbuster clash with his cousin and undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. What do you make of Bill Apter's thoughts on why The Rock should purchase the promotion? Sound off in the comments section below. Triple H breaks corporate barriers to pay homage to Jay Briscoe after tragic death. Jay Briscoe's death has rattled the wrestling world. A beloved figure who died age 38, tributes are pouring in for the Ring of Honor performer regardless of the promotion. WWE authority figure Triple H even broke corporate rules to acknowledge the deceased superstar. All Elite Wrestling president Tony Khan primarily broke the sad news on social media. Reports stated that the cause of death was due to an auto accident in Laurel, Delaware, at 5:30 p.m. Delaware State Police noted an accident did occur in Laurel, killing 2 people, but didn't disclose any names. Born in Maryland, Jammin' Pug started wrestling at the mere age of 16. Along with his brother Mark, he debuted in Combat Zone Wrestling in January 2001 and became a notable name on the roster. He then wrestled extensively for Ring of Honor but often dabbled in the indies during his late career. A 13-time Raw World Tag Team Champion with Mark Briscoe, Jay's passing has left the wrestling world deeply saddened. Former and current WWE superstars like Cody Rhodes, Buddy Matthews, and Matt Hardy have extended their condolences to the Briscoe family. WWE's head of creative control Triple H also expressed his grief in a Twitter post. He paid his respects to the Raw superstar even though Jay Briscoe never wrestled for WWE or wasn't a legend as per Wrestling Experience. In another class act, Jay Briscoe's death was announced on the live telecast of WWE NXT. The Stanford-based company usually played stranger to the news of superstars who never competed for them. Proceedings were different today as commentator Vic Joseph stated NXT would like to send its thoughts and prayers to the star's family and friends. Vince McMahon had a competitive mindset. It was one of the reasons why WWE didn't mingle with other promotions and turned a blind eye to news about their rivals' locker room. Triple H broke that rule today and fans appreciated the heartfelt gesture. Much like Chris Jericho in AEW, Seth Rollins has become an icon in WWE. The Visionary's popularity continues to grow to this day. Following today's tragic event, Rollins disclosed that he would have achieved nothing without Jay Briscoe. Seth credited Jay for helping him get his first Raw contract. He served the promotion as Tyler Black from 2009 to 10, during which he bagged a world title, eventually leading to the WWE higher-ups getting impressed by his show. Jay Briscoe's last performance in the ring was in December 2022. Performing at the Hog Revelations event in New York City, Jay and his brother Mark dropped the tag team titles to Jay Lyon and Midas Black in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Roman Reigns breaks top WWE superstar's massive record. Roman Reigns has reached 871 days as Universal Champion, this surpassing Gunther's NXT UK title reign. Reigns is currently on the best run of his entire career, holding both the WWE title and the Universal title. The Tribal Chief won the Universal title at Payback 2020 and hasn't lost the belt since then. Roman Reigns has now reached a whopping 871 days as Universal Champion. He has now surpassed Gunther's legendary 870-day reign as NXT UK Champion. The same was noted on Twitter by Wrestling Stats and Info. Reigns and Gunther are 2 of the most dominant superstars in all of WWE today. Gunther and Reigns are bound to tear the house down when they finally meet in the squared circle in the distant future. Former WWE superstar Tommy Dreamer is one of many who wants to see an epic showdown between Reigns and Gunther. It was great. It helped Gunther because we're talking about Roman Reigns. We're talking about Logan Paul. If Roman Reigns beats him, eventually, then I say the person they have to go to is Gunther versus Roman at Mania. Because then I'm like, who else can do it? And I don't know who else can do it. Reigns is still going strong as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He has beaten the very best in his quest to remain at the top of the main roster food chain. Gunther wouldn't be too thrilled now that Reigns has broken his impressive record. One wonders what he would have to say about Reigns' incredible feat. What are your thoughts on Reigns breaking Gunther's record with his reign now reaching 871 days? Sound off in the comments. Plans for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39 hated. WWE fans from around the world took to Twitter to share their thoughts on the company's reported plans for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39. The former Universal Champion's return to the company was followed by the mysterious debut of Uncle Howdy. The ominous character has interrupted Wyatt on numerous occasions since then, even attacking the latter on SmackDown a few weeks back. He has also made his presence felt in multiple segments involving Alexa Bliss. Howdy recently assisted Little Miss Bliss during her ringside brawl with Bianca Belair. It was recently reported by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer that WWE is planning a grand showdown between Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania 39. The report was not well received by fans, as many fear it could lead to another lackluster match from Wyatt at the grandest stage of them all. However, a few believe that a storyline between the two could be intriguing. The ongoing storyline between Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy is one of the most intriguing sagas in professional wrestling today. While it earlier appeared that the two might be working together in secret, Uncle Howdy's attack on the former Universal Champion has planted the seeds of doubt in everyone's mind. The mysterious character has also taken an interest in Alexa Bliss, Wyatt's former ally, who betrayed him at WrestleMania 37. However, it is still unknown whether Howdy wants to exact revenge against Bliss or wants to join forces with her. The recently rehired star will wrestle in his first match since returning to the company at Royal Rumble. He will face off against LA Knight in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. Bray Wyatt addressed the crowd on last week's SmackDown ahead of his return match. The 35-year-old cut a cryptic promo that sounded extremely similar to his promos during his first stint with the company. During the promo, Wyatt stated that he is the Eater of Worlds and that he is Uncle Howdy, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. While the identity of Uncle Howdy is still unknown, recent reports indicate that he could be Wyatt's real-life brother Bo Dallas. The former WWE star has been present at Raw tapings for the last 2 weeks, and the former Universal Champion even reportedly requested to work with his brother. What do you think is Uncle Howdy's real identity? Let us know in the comments section below. WWE fan opens up about backstage interaction with Uncle Howdy. Who is behind the Uncle Howdy mask in WWE? We now have an additional clue. Since Bray Wyatt's return to the company last year, a character by the name of Uncle Howdy has been intertwined with the Eater of Worlds. Howdy was initially believed to be an alter ego for Wyatt, but Howdy recently attacked him on an episode of SmackDown to put an end to that debate. So if it's not Bray Wyatt, who is Uncle Howdy? The current prevailing theory is that it is none other than Wyatt's brother, former NXT champion Bo Dallas. On the latest episode of What's Up, WWE Universe podcast, WWE superfan Chloe discussed being backstage at the January 9th episode of Monday Night Raw. While backstage, she found herself face-to-face with the spooky Uncle Howdy, who she stated was very friendly. Then, Uncle Howdy walks by, and I'm just like, hi, and he's very friendly, he waves back at me, Chloe said. I'm just going to tell y'all, the voice did seem a little on the high side. It was a male voice, obviously, but on the higher side. Is it Bo Dallas? Did I meet Bo Dallas and didn't realize? With Bray Wyatt's television and ring return currently scheduled for the 2023 Royal Rumble, many fans are hoping that the match will coincide with Uncle Howdy taking off his mask and revealing himself to the world. Wyatt will compete against LA Knight in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. This is the first time we've ever seen the match type, but many believe it will be very similar to Wyatt's street fight matches in the past, but held under a dark purple light. Will the pitch black match coincide with the reveal of Uncle Howdy? We'll find out soon enough. What do you make of Chloe's comments? Do you think Uncle Howdy will eventually be revealed as Bo Dallas? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing